Alright, welcome back. Game 3 between Killer and Snow. In the bottom left corner we have Killer, the red Zerg. Top right, Protoss, Snow. Should be a good game. Blue Storm, fun map, short rest distance, 2-player map. I don't think we'll be seeing any sort of cheesy builds for Protoss or Zerg. I think it'll be pretty standard here. One of the problems is, of course, that this does go late. Blue Storm is very strong for Protoss being able to split the map. There are certain vulnerabilities, of course, Ling run-bys and early Hydra buffs could be strong for Killer. So we'll see if we'll get a long game or a short game, up to the players. Just building drones right now. I imagine this will be a 9-pool. 9-pool is actually, 9-pool or overpool. Overpool is actually really strong on this map because of that short lean rush distance. You can really force out some extra cannons from the Protoss. Delay that Nexus, and delaying your own hatchery I think is definitely worth it. Alright, we do have Pylon at the natural, so we're not going to be seeing any proxies from Protoss. Overlord, of course, scouting the correct way, 2-player map. Probe should be able to get in here and scout the pool timing. No pool yet for Killer, so it is an overpool or a 12 build. Alright. Oh, okay, yeah, so it is going to be an overpool, so we're going to have a little bit of early pressure for Killer, force out some extra cannons, and, of course, Blue Storm, it's kind of like Destination or a few of the other maps where you've just got a lot of ways into that natural, and a lot of ways that Lings can just run by, so the perfect cannon placement is actually really difficult to find. And even with perfect cannon placement, there's always Ling run-bys behind the minerals or to the north above where the gateway belongs. So Probe, able to steal some minerals. He's going to harass the natural, try to get it from going up. Protoss, yeah, he's gone ahead and lay down his forge, not going Nexus first, definitely not against an overpull. Let's see here. Probe going to be able to harass, taking a little bit of damage. I think if he just pulls another drone, he should be fine. Alright, not pulling another drone, trying to get this with just 12. Going to wait for the Zerglings. Probe's actually going to go in. He's going to spot the eggs. Going to be able to see that, yes, the Lings are building. This isn't a fake. These are 3 Lings. He's got to be expecting, so we can go ahead and lay down. Oh, and it is Nexus before cannon. So this will actually be a little tight here. Yeah, he's going to have to use the probe to try to block up the Lings and just slow him down, delay him however he can. I think the cannon will be in time without too much trouble. He will probably have to lay down a second cannon. Let's see if it's second cannon before gateway. And yet, probes are being pulled. You can see that on the map. Probes are being pulled, ready to get that choke to keep the Lings from getting in. Yeah, 4 probes being pulled. The first cannon is not even complete. So these probes are going to have to hold off for quite a while. If micro correctly, yeah, doing great micro. Able to get the to not let the Lings in. First cannon completes and actually going ahead and backing off. Is Killer. He's gone ahead and he's laid down his third hatchery. There it is, right in the 11 o'clock position. So we're just going to go a little bit more macro, not try to bust in on two bases. We've got a second cannon and gateway going down for Snow and his natural. Just building up a Sim City. Now, as I was mentioning before, one of the problems of this map is that when the individual Hydra bus comes, the natural's facing up a ramp, and Hydras can just park up there. Be able to hit those gateways and forges. The cannons, if you look at, there's not a lot of places he can place cannons. Not very efficient cannon placement. You maybe fit like 6 or 7. So, but once he stops that Hydra bus, then it gets worse with the Lurker contain. Lurkers can just park right up there on top of the ramp, make Protoss go uphill trying to break the Lurker contain. It can be really difficult. So I imagine Snow might go a little bit more of an air build. Of course, the past 2 games we did see some cheesy air stuff coming from Snow. The 2 Stargate opening. I don't think that's the wise move to go here for Snow. The core is just going down in the natural. 1 Ling poking in, able to go ahead and die really quickly with the cannons. So not too much of an issue here. We've just got more drone production for Killer. No more Zerglings, so just chasing out the probe with his 4 Zerglings. And I don't know what the Korean is talking about right now, but he's going apeshit. I guess losing that cannon. Oh, there it is. Okay, Hydra Den. So this is going to be 3-hatch Hydra coming in from Killer, going Hydraless before Mutalist. And yeah, this is a pretty good map. It's not a terrible map for air either. The main is fairly safe, but that natural's pretty exposed. But definitely Hydras with that that upward ramp. If you can just park some Hydras up there, get some lurkers, it's a really easy contain for the Zerg player, and it's really hard for the Protoss to grab that third base without at least some form of harassment. So DT drops and shuttle High Templar drops are definitely a must if Snow wants to kind of spread out the Zerg and be able to take that third base. Alright, Probe's still alive. I think he has scouted the 1 o'clock base. Thing is that doesn't matter. It's all about these Hydralists. First 3 Hydras pumping up. I think, yeah, speed's already finished, so range coming up next. It is gonna be a bust. Let's see here. We have 5 or 6 Hydras. I imagine there's a few more building. Killer doesn't have to go all in on this. I think actually with the 3 hatch Hydra, it is a little bit more of an all-in build. But he can, if he does some damage and force out enough cannons, he can, switch back into macro mode and try with the lurk and contain. We have 4 cannons at the natural. Got 5, 6 Hydras already ready in position. Should be able, as soon as range completes, should be able to start sniping out the Forge and Gateway. I don't think, yeah, the Gateway he's definitely going to be able to range, and I think he should be able to range that Forge as well. And yeah, you can just look, Blue Storm, because you have to build that kind of funky wall using your Nexus, there's not a lot of space to build the extra cannons, so we've got 5 cannons now only for Snow, and there's not really anywhere he can build any cannons, or at least cannons where they'll be efficient. So it will come down to whether or not Killer forces this. I think if he forces it, it should be pretty strong. It's going to be difficult for Snow to hold off. If he pulls his probes in time, I think he might be able to hold off, because Killer is definitely all in on this. I think, I actually don't know if those Corsairs just been hunting, or whether or not he's actually tried to go in and look at the drone count, because the drone count's not very much. Okay, well, the Corsair did chase away the Overlord, so he's going to be able to get a DT out and at least slow down the Hydras. I don't think I think there's enough Overlords. 2 Overlords, only 1 Corsair out. That's not going to be able to have any funny DP play going on. Another cannon trying to go down for Protoss. That's not going to be enough. He needs to pull probes now. He needs to get something going to let these final cannons produce. These final cannons can finish. I think Snow can hold this, but going in, Killer's already sniping off 1 cannon, getting off the second cannon, killing the probes. We've got Ling's in the front. Ling's able to kind of buffer off those probes to keep them from glitching out the Hydras. And all the cannons are down. Only 1 cannon left in the back. A cannon actually being canceled from Snow. Only 2 cannons left, and probes being pulled. Final cannon is down. Okay, final cannons warping in. All the cannons are down, and this has got to be over. This is pretty much all the probes in the base going down. Yeah, GG from Snow. All right, so just a little bit of funny play here on Blue Storm. Killer able to get some, get a little bit of a cheese win. Not a lot. I don't think Snow could have done in that game. Maybe just a little bit better micro and maybe some better SimCity. But look forward to seeing you in game number 4.